Hello family, my name is Lily. Our movie begins with a man in the doctor's office who learns that he has lung cancer. The man's name is Richard, and he's a college literature professor. The doctor reports that without the will to last 6 months, Richard is very depressed when he comes to work all day. He just tries to come to terms and understand that this is actually happening to him. As a result, Richard breaks down at a family dinner. Richard is sitting at the table with his daughter Olivia. Olivia acknowledges that she is interested in girls because her parents divorced, but her mother assures her that it will pass. Richard tries to support his daughter from Monica and Olivia's quarrel, after which Olivia departs resentfully alone with Richard. Veronica admits that she is cheating on him with Henry, Richard's employer. Richard doesn't understand why Henry, because Henry is the most nasty person according to Richard. Veronica responds, but Henry has 3 balls, which she enjoys. Veronica leaves, but not before asking what Richard wanted to say since dinner. That he wanted to tell how much he regrets not having 3 eggs. And a college lecturer, Richard, standing in the audience, lists the qualities of the students whom he wants to teach in the future, and those who do not possess these qualities can leave. He will automatically give them a 3, but those who remain will have to read only 1 book. Almost all students were humiliated by their teacher following such a comment. Richard glances at the students and spots a feminist among them. He says loudly that he does not care about feminism, and does not want to hear about some form of gender discrimination by saying farewell to the kids. Richard cancels the pair because he needs to go on a binge. Richard shuts the door behind him, perplexing his students. Richard is having a drink at the pub with his part-time best buddy Peter. Richard asks for assistance in obtaining a sabbatical. Peter is curious as to why Richard wants a holiday. Richard discusses his condition. Peter became very concerned. Richard advised Veronica not to inform her daughter about their family the next day and tried to calm him down. Internet Discord. Richard allows his wife entire freedom in her connection with her lover, but he no longer wishes to remain faithful. They communicate extremely nicely and both are drunk. Olivia is ashamed of her parents and takes her lover away because discovered her parents in poor health this evening, and enjoys jogging in bed at night and regrets not reacting correctly to her daughter's revelation at the lecture. Richard asked the students to smoke despite the fact that he had never tried cigarettes before or after the first pop, and he asked the pupils to forget about it. Richard meets his pupils who have stayed. The girl's name is Claire. She is Henry's niece with Richard's wife is cheating on him and immediately says she doesn't like her uncle. The professor suggests students go to the pub. Richard imparts worldly wisdom with the guys. The waitress approaches Richard and attempts to flirt with her. She reciprocates. A man raises a toast and declares that he needs to cheat on his wife right now in the toilet. He goes to the bathroom and has fun with the waitress. He enjoys his new life. Richard returns to the table and asks the students to tip the waitress. He then assigns the assignment of a feminist to read Moby Dick, and the students are once again taken aback by his behavior at the family dinner. Veronica accepts Richard's promise to apologize to her daughter Olivia. A new school year has begun. A feminist student addresses the students, and Richard discusses her thoughts on the work she is redacting. Richard thinks that she has begun to change for the better and goes to her office, or is doing something else. Later comes up with cupcakes. The young guy promises the professor intimacy, and Richard agrees. In the evening, a father speaks with his daughter in his home, wondering if she is comfortable being in a relationship with another girl. And Olivia makes it plain that Richard allows the students out into the lawn in front of the campus, where they use drugs and consume alcoholic beverages. Peter's observation of Richard's self-destruction led to the formation of a cancer support group. After hearing what others have to say, Richard declares that everyone is wasting their remaining time, and tells the management that the last days should be spent having infinite fun. But the others do not back the professor and refuse to spend time with him. Richard wishes everyone luck and goes to a bar with Peter, where they both become intoxicated. Richard informs Peter that he does not want to wait until the end and wishes to travel the world, but their conversation is cut short by Claire. Richard sends Peter by taxi, and while he is at the pub with the pupil, the teacher decides to tell him about his diagnosis. Claire, after hearing Richard, comes to admire him. She invites him to dance and wishes to kiss him. But at that moment, Richard is unable to stand on his own and loses consciousness. He awakens in the hospital and is shortly discharged. His wife inquires as to where he has been all night. Richard, however, ignores her. The next day, Richard is brought to his office by Henry and threatened with dismissal due to the teacher's recent antics. Richard says that he is aware of Henry's infidelity, and threatens to return if Henry dares to fire him, at which point the teacher would tell his wife everything. The man demands that Henry approve a sabbatical, and Henry has no choice. Later, Claire gives a speech to the kids, and Richard chooses to supplement it because she believes love plays a vital role in our lives. He reminds everyone that they should live their lives as they choose, else life is meaningless. And Richard becomes ill at the office. He is discovered by Peter, the West of friends, to go to church. Richard, as if saying farewell to Peter, tells his life experiences, which is why Peter can't stop crying. Richard decides to organize a company dinner. When he witnesses Henry kissing his wife in front of her husband, The teacher decides to raise a toast and informs everyone of his illness. Furthermore, he reports that Henry sleeps with his wife. Despite his wife's infidelity, he still has feelings for her. Richard retires with Veronica to say goodbye soon after Olivia arrives home with terrible news or learns that her girlfriend cheated on her. And Richard pours his daughter whiskey. He offers Olivia his support, discusses his sickness, and then bids her farewell. The father kisses his daughter goodbye and drives away from home so that his family does not witness his death from disease. He comes to a halt at a crossroads and pulls out the road. This is how our movie ends. Leave us a comment on how you found this movie. See you in the next video.